every sitting president since Ronald Reagan has come here to the City Club of Cleveland to take your questions. And that's because this is an institution that reflects what is a truly American idea. And that's the belief that all of us have a role to play in resolving the most important issues of our time. In a democracy, the most important office is the office of citizen, and the City Club tradition reflects that. Now, over the course of my presidency, one that began in the depths of a historic crisis, no issue has been more important than the future of our economy. That's certainly been of great interest in Ohio and in Cleveland. No topics weighed more heavily on the minds of ordinary families, and no subject is more worthy of a great, big, open debate. 75 years ago, another president came to Cleveland to engage in this debate. He was nearing the end of his second term, 8 years in office marked by a devastating depression, a hard-fought recovery, fierce political divisions at home, looming threats overseas. But for all the challenges of a changing world, FDR refused to accept the notion that we are anything less than the masters of our fate. We are characters in this living book of democracy, he said, but we are also its authors. It falls upon us now to say whether the chapters that are to come will tell a story of retreat or of continued advance. That's a pretty good summary of where we are today. That was the choice that was laid out back then, a story of retreat or a story of continued advance. America chose the latter, and we're better for it. And 3/4 of a century later, we face a similar choice. In a world changing even faster than his, do we retreat from the realities of a 21st century economy, or do we continue to advance together to renew this country's founding promise of opportunity for everybody and not just some? So before I take questions, I want to spend some time talking about that choice. And I want to set the stage by talking about where the economy is today. Following the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, in fact, by some measures, the contraction of our economy was faster and deeper than the Great Recessions. We just pulled out of it faster because we had learned some lessons from the past. We're now in the midst of the longest streak of private sector job growth on record, 60 consecutive months, 5 straight years, 12 million new jobs.